If you want to have a low cost, high profit internet business, get new customers every day, be able to run this on automation from your laptop, whether you want to be well known or stay low profile, you still get to make money hand over fist. Then you'll want to pay close attention to this message, and here's why. You're about to discover the fastest way that I use to start and grow my digital products business to seven figures without being a subject expert, tech geek, or raise massive capital. My name is Edmund Low. I've been an internet entrepreneur since 2005. Now, I've sold millions of dollars in products and services purely on the internet. My products have gotten top seller status on marketplaces like JBZoo, Warrior Plus, ClickBank. In fact, I've won the 6 and 7 figure milestone awards on JBZoo. My online marketing experts have also featured me in local media, including The Star Malaysia, Startup Green in Jakarta, Indonesia, and also Pattaya People in Thailand. And on the occasion, I'm invited to speak at events on the topic of internet business and entrepreneurship. Now, I'm telling you all this not with the intention to flex. I just know how important proof is to you. Now, very important disclaimer before I continue, I feel it's important to first manage your expectations. First, understand that the results I share in this video are not typical, and rightfully so. For most people, they make $0. Why? Because they do nothing, they follow the wrong plan, and even mismanage expectations. Now, with that said, achieving spectacular results is humanly possible, and the first step is to keep an open mind. So at the end of the day, I'm just a business owner like you. I'm neither a legal advisor nor a career speaker. I'm simply sharing what works for me and what didn't. Now, people are often surprised to hear that. And it's true. It wasn't always that way for me. Before I discovered this was life for me. I dropped out of high school not once, but twice. In fact, my first and last full-time job was that of an office boy taking home 200 US dollars a month. Okay, in Malaysia, it'll be 800 Malaysian ringgits at that point in time. If you thought that was already meager, I had to support my mother who couldn't get a job and my younger sister who was still schooling at the time. So I had this bright idea to start some kind of part-time business so I could make more money, only to fail in all of that. So yeah, how's that for guru credentials? Okay. Now, just as I was feeling hopeless and the thought of giving up, I bounced onto my next grand discovery, making money on the internet. Now, you have to remember that this was the year 2004. Okay, and at the time, the idea of starting a business online was very new, let alone selling a bunch of electrons to strangers in another country. So I was instantly drawn to this cool idea, and I saved what I could, and then I quit my job the following year to start this revolutionary business. Okay, I applied for this snail-paced 56K modem because there was no broadband service in my area at that point in time. So I set up my website and I waited for people to come. Days turned to weeks, weeks turned to months, and not one person in the whole wide world clicked on the buy button. So 3 months of staring in front of the computer with depleting savings, piling bills and rate notices, and absolutely nothing to show for. Okay, my mother pressured me to give up this foolish pursuit for wealth, and even just told me, "Son, I think you should just go and get a real job." Okay, now my mom meant well. Okay, she also blamed herself for seeing me like this, and because I should be in college at this age and not worry about finding money for the family. Still, I was stubborn, real stubborn. The way I saw it, going back to a job meant admitting defeat, that this whole thing was not real. And I have to say, this was one of the toughest moments in my life. While I sought help from an employment agency, I figured that since the phone line wasn't cut yet, I might as well just keep trying. I mean, at this point, what else have I got to lose, right? I've already sunk so low, I couldn't get any lower. And then late one night, I saw this enter my inbox. Hold up. Did I just make my first online sale? Is this real? Whether it was luck or I did something earlier to earn this sale, I can only thank a higher power. But will I get another? And how do I do that again? So a few days later, another sale came in, 97 US dollars. And then again. and then again. So I managed to withdraw my first few $100 the following week to pay off some bills and debts, and that bought us some time. So by now, I was fully determined to see this through and do whatever it takes to succeed. Now, I didn't answer the job opening so I could pursue my internet business, firing on all cylinders, and I never looked back ever since. Fast forward 18 months later, I crossed my first $100,000 sales milestone. And in the fourth year of running this business, I crossed the $1 million sales mark. Granted, this is revenue and not profit, yeah. But for someone in his early 20s who not too long ago was hurling drums at a chemical company, this was an achievement. Okay. And I achieved this from working from home long before it became mainstream. Now, maybe some people will discount this as another rags to riches story, but as someone who once come from a typical 9 to 6 job, I choose a typical rags to riches story any day. Now, you're probably thinking, that was quite a while back, right? That was some time ago. What about today? Okay, good question. So, as you know, the internet changes every now and then. And in the last few years alone, I've observed two major shifts in the market. So, first one, major shift number one, ad cost has been going up. And I'm talking about online advertising here. While it's neither a sharp or drastic, but it's definitely a silent inflation. Because if you go back to the early or mid 2000s, you can advertise on Google AdWords as it was known then, yeah, for literally cents per click, yeah, pennies on the dollar. All right. So lots of advertisers jump onto the bandwagon, supply struggled to meet demand, and clicks became dollars. All right. Next, enter Facebook. When Facebook opened up for advertising, it was dirt cheap too. So those advertisers that missed on the Google bandwagon can now hop onto the next new one. And in the next several years, Facebook attracted millions of advertisers. All right. So Facebook also ran into the same problem as Google had. Again, clicks went from cents, skyrocketed to dollars. And currently, we've also got TikTok as the new kid on the block. And sure enough, advertising here is relatively low cost for now. All right. And I think you are smart. You know where this is going already. With that said, online advertising is still fairly affordable. I just want to bring you up to speed with what's going on today. All right. I'm more concerned about the second shift though, and that is digital product prices have been going down. Surprise, it's going down, especially in the case of ebooks. All right. I mean, this could sell at prices like 97, even $197 back in the day. All right. And that's pretty good money. And early info product sellers like me, right? We made a killing back then. Okay. And then enter the price wars. All right. Ebook sellers begin to fight on price, and that started the race to the bottom. All right. So what used to sell for $97 became 77, became 47, became 37. And nowadays you see ebooks being sold for literal dimes on the dollar, like this over here. Okay. So your ebook selling price is going down, your pay ad cost is going up. This can only end one way, right? For example, let's say you spend $100 advertising. You made a $20 ebook sale, and that means you are losing $80. It will be insanity to continue because you know you're just going to keep losing. So the $1 million question now is, how the heck can I get profitable? So the short answer is, I simply introduce more offers. So after my customer buys the initial product, I will show them a one-time offer, something like this. All right. So usually I price it anywhere under $50 because it's a low barrier entry for my customers. All right. So if I'm a new customer, it's very little risk, yet I'm able to secure some kind of commitment. Cool. So after my customer purchased the first product, I introduce a series of one-time offers. Okay. Now, is my customer obliged to buy all of them? Of course not. Right? In fact, they're entirely optional. I don't employ guilt trip tactics. Now, are you ready for the cool part? Because this is the stage where customers are often in what I call a buying trance, where both their minds and their wallets are open. So it's kind of like every time you go shopping, you're almost always buying more than the things you originally intended to buy. Same concept. Okay? And because it generates sales around the clock, I aptly call it the internet sales machine. Okay, does it work? All right, check this out. I blur out the names for privacy reasons, but you're smart, you can make out it's the same person. All right. I'm selling an audiobook here at $42.60. And if it were for most beginners, the transaction will stop here. But because I have a stack of other offers, my customer bought the rest and I made $833.60 in minutes. All right, or else I will need to find 20 new customers to achieve the same sales. So that's just one of the many macro examples. So after sharing this with my clients and students, they started getting more sales and income from their online business. And along the way, I documented the process and the steps on how anyone can start, sell, and scale their digital products business. And using the same methods that are working for us, this is how the internet sales machine is created. All right. So internet sales machine is the tried and proven approach to create and sell your digital products profitably, be it ebooks, videos, templates, online courses, and memberships, and do it without wasting several weeks, months, or even years. The internet sales machine way removes the tiresome, useless, and ineffective steps and cuts the chase to the results. Now, discover how to not only make money online, but also achieve more profit by leveraging on widely available low-cost tools that don't require special skill. Just some of the many cool things that I cover in the internet sales machine. So here's what you discover. How to generate unlimited digital product ideas within seconds that people need and want to buy. 3 types of offers and how to price them anywhere from $10 to a whopping $25,000. Okay, my 16-step copywriting formula to make a product sell like hotcakes, and this applies to written and sales video. You'll also discover how to create your first, second, and third one-time offers and position them for high conversions. An elusively simple way to bump up an extra 10% sales without even trying. Why writing is a waste of time and energy, and how to quickly and easily produce these offers in hours or days instead of weeks, months, or never at all. Plus, you'll find out my secret to no money down traffic simply by borrowing. And this has nothing to do with the lame methods you may have already heard of, like what blogging, posting, social media, etc. Long-term customer acquisition strategy through social media ads, starting from small daily ad spend, and how to continuously monetize your buyer and prospect leads daily just by sending emails, and I provide my hooks, my angles, so you never run out of ideas. Ultimately, how you can get started today and knock out winning digital offers that generate consistent income delivers massive value. And all this without being a tech geek, a guru status, and massive upfront capital. There is still more. This is just a teaser. All right. So there's a lot more that's packed into the internet sales machine. And because this is a digital download, you can get instant access. You can read the PDF book on your computer or phone and implement right away my years of discovery as early as today. The internet sales machine strategy works wonders for course creators, internet marketers, affiliates, agencies, speakers and trainers, coaches, and consultants. Now, if you're wondering, will this work for you if you're not a subject expert? All right. Now, with some very rare exceptions, most of the time you don't need to be an accredited or certified expert in this business. Most people buying stuff, they just want a specific problem solved and they're willing to pay for it. So I show where and how to get unlimited product ideas and how to monetize profitable sub-markets even if no one's heard of you. All right, next, what if English is not your first language? Okay, now this might come as a surprise, but many of my students and clients don't speak the Queens. Okay, so this to be expected in this part of the world where most people are bi or trilingual, right? And even so, did you know you can adapt the same strategies taught in the internet sales machine to other languages, right? My clients are operating in Chinese, Malay, French, Arabic, and more. And what if you're not a great writer or you just hate writing? All right, I hear you out. Even if you have a flair for writing, I discourage that nowadays because it's an opportunity cost. So that's why I advocate using AI and some ingenuity to create attractive offers in a matter of days instead of several weeks, months, or never. Again, I cover this in my internet sales machine. Now, what if you work alone? Can you do this solo? Okay, totally cool. My method does not require you to have a team of employees, office, or any busy operations to make this work. All you need to get started is a laptop, internet connection, and my internet sales machine blueprint. Okay, so before I reveal the price, I want to first answer, okay, why am I doing this? So when I started, I was in business mainly for myself. And I wasn't teaching people how to make money online, at least not professionally for the first several years. So for a time, I casually shared what I do for fun. And then in recent years, it got more serious. right? So hardly a day goes by without getting emails and DMs from frustrated entrepreneurs seeking help and advice on why their business is stuck and how to get unstuck. And that got me thinking, surely I can do something to help, right? I believe that for a business to do great in this industry, its customers need to do great too. So for the record, my clients pay me fees like $10,000 and above to personally mentor and work with them. Okay. So when I was running physical training events and workshops, this was prior to COVID, by the way, participants paid $1,000 and above still to join. And as of the time of this video, I don't have plans to do such a thing, at least not as a regular thing. Okay, but that gave me an idea. In my spare time, I wrote part and parcel of what will become the Internet Sales Machine modules. So it started as a collection of personal learning notes and some ideas I doodled when I was bored at the airport. So it started as a collection of personal learning notes, all right? And this has been a long time coming. So finally, I completed this book so you can download now and implement today. For how much? Okay, so instead of a $10,000 coaching fee, or a $2,000 live event training, or even a reasonable $197 price tag, I've decided to throw in a decimal point to make it today only $19.70. That's right. For just under 20 bucks, you get access to the same blueprint and framework I've been using and I still use to create and sell digital products like gangbusters. Now, to be fair, this doesn't come with the privileges of a one-to-one coaching, nor does it come with a hotel venue and group training experience. But when you act today, you also grab these bonuses at no extra cost. The first bonus you get is my 16-point sales copy template. Step by step, fill in the blank script as used in my high-converting sales videos and sales letters. You also get my digital product template. This is the same template I use for my ebooks, handouts, and other digital content, so you can fill in your own. The next bonus you get is my special report on how I make 7 figures selling private label rights or PLR. Case study of how I went from 0 to 7 figures, creating and selling content even when I was a nobody. And the fourth bonus is unusual, but if you are a Stripe user, you'll love this. Because I share my secret resource on how to save 20,000 euros in Stripe fees in a year. Also, you get the access to my closed-down community of digital marketers. This is my private community of paid members where I exclusively share my marketing insights. And last but not least, you also get a bonus pass to my AI business workshop. So this is my 2-hour presentation of how we use AI to grow our online business at warp speed in a fraction of time, automate the process, and I do it without being a coder or technical person. So remember, you get all of this free when you get the Internet Sales Machine today. Now, I'm not asking you to go decide yes or no today, all right? I'm asking you to make a fully informed decision, and that's all, okay? And the only way you can do that is on the inside, not on the outside. So get access to the Internet Sales Machine today and see if everything I say is true and valuable to you, okay? And if it is, that's when you decide to keep it. Now, what if it isn't? Okay, no hard feelings. Let us know through our support help desk. We'll buy back your access. Okay, so you can keep all the bonuses as a token for trying. Okay, remember, you have a generous 60 days from now to check this out. And I've been doing this since 2005. So I have full conviction that when you get everything that you see on this page, you'll be able to start, sell, and scale your digital products business in the fastest time possible. So to get started, click on the link below. Click on the buy button below, make your payment through a secure server, and as soon as you place your order, you get your download access and details by email. All right. You also get all the bonuses I've mentioned just now. And remember, this special pricing is not open-ended. I reserve the right to increase the price at any time or even take down this page. And like I said, you're protected by my ample 60-day guarantee, or it's your money back. You have nothing to lose. So go ahead, order now, and I will see you inside. Hold up. You're still here? All right. Okay. Fair enough. All right. If you're still wondering if this stuff really works, okay. So far, there have been 2 major moments in my business that I struggled the most. Okay. You already know my 2005 story. Now, let me tell you about the next one. All right. The next huge challenge was in the year 2020 when COVID lockdown hit the entire world, and that killed both my seminar and B2B agency business. And to keep a long story short, I lost 6 figures, and despite my utmost best efforts, for every 1 step forward, I was taking 3 steps back. And in the end, I had to let go several of my employees. At my lowest point yet again, guess what saved me? This business. Okay. I went back to the business model that made me my first $1 million, and the very same that got me out of the rut within months. Okay. So heck yeah, this stuff works all right, and I'm the literal proof. Okay. This is the same training I've given my personal clients at fees $10,000 or higher, but here you can get the internet sales machine blueprint and framework for a mere fraction. All right. I'm deliberately pricing it super affordable so you can get your hands on this and be on your way to be the next digital product rock star. Right. But you must act now, all right, and get your instant access. So my name is Edmund. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you inside.